What if the real success in healthcare is not about how many patients a doctor sees, but how many patients truly feel cared for? Today, hospitals are focused on speed, numbers, and efficiency. Doctors are under pressure. Patients feel ignored. And many people leave the hospital with medicine, but without feeling heard. So what if there is a different way to measure success in healthcare? A way that focuses on compassion, trust, and human connection. In this video, we will explore why true healthcare success is not only about treatment, but about making patients feel seen, heard, and understood. Green Circle Intro, 1:30 to 3 o'clock. Hello and welcome. Today, we are talking about a very important topic. A different way to measure success in healthcare. Most hospitals measure success by heavy checkmark how many patients are treated. Heavy checkmark how fast doctors work. Heavy checkmark how many surgeries are completed. Heavy checkmark how much money is earned. But is that really enough? Because even if a patient gets treatment, they may still feel lonely, confused, or ignored. And that is where real healthcare begins to fail. Green Circle Section 1, The Problem with Modern Healthcare, 3 to 6 o'clock. Today, many hospitals and clinics are overcrowded. Doctors are expected to see many patients in a short amount of time. Sometimes a patient gets only 5 minutes with a doctor. That means crossmark less listening, crossmark less trust, crossmark less emotional support, crossmark more stress for both doctor and patient. Many patients leave without fully understanding their illness. Some are too afraid to ask questions. Others feel rushed and ignored. And this can lead to crossmark wrong treatment, crossmark missed symptoms, crossmark anxiety, crossmark poor recovery. Healthcare should not feel like a factory. Patients are not numbers. They are human beings. Green Circle Section 2, Why Listening Matters, 6 to 9 o'clock. Sometimes, the best thing a doctor can do is simply listen. When patients feel heard, heavy checkmark they trust their doctor more. Heavy checkmark they follow treatment better. Heavy checkmark they feel less stress. Heavy checkmark they. One of the biggest problems in modern healthcare is that many patients feel invisible. They walk into a clinic, wait for hours, get only a few minutes with the doctor, and then leave with more questions than answers. Many people say, "The doctor didn't even look at me. He was typing on the computer the whole time. She gave me medicine but never explained what was wrong." This creates fear. It creates confusion. And most importantly, it creates a lack of trust. Because when people do not understand their illness, they are less likely to follow treatment. Some stop taking their medicine. Some never return for follow-up visits. And some continue to suffer in silence. That is why healthcare must become more personal. Patients should not feel like numbers. They should feel like human beings whose feelings matter. Green Circle Section 8, The Hidden Cost of Rushing Patients, 28:00, 32:00. When doctors are rushed, mistakes become more common. Symptoms are missed. Patients forget important details. And small problems become big problems. Imagine someone comes to a doctor complaining about headaches. The doctor only has 3 minutes. So he gives pain medicine. But what if the real cause is high blood pressure? Or stress? Or even something more serious? Without enough time, the real issue may never be discovered. And this can become dangerous. Rushed appointments can also lead to unnecessary tests, unnecessary medications, and unnecessary fear. Because sometimes, the best diagnosis comes from simply listening. Green Circle Section 9, The Power of Human Connection, 32:00, 36:00. Human connection is one of the most powerful forms of healing. When a patient feels safe, they speak more honestly. They ask more questions. They feel more comfortable sharing symptoms. And this helps doctors make better decisions. A simple smile, eye contact, a kind voice, or even saying "I understand" can completely change how a patient feels. Many people remember. Green Circle Section 13. Why many people fear going to the hospital. 50:00, 55:00. For many people, going to the hospital is not just stressful. It is frightening. Some people are scared of hearing bad news. Others are afraid of tests, injections, surgery, or high medical bills. And many people are afraid because of past bad experiences. Maybe they were ignored. Maybe they were treated badly. Maybe they felt embarrassed or disrespected. That fear stays with them. And because of that fear, many people avoid going to the doctor until their condition becomes serious. This is dangerous, because early treatment often saves lives. If hospitals were more welcoming, more understanding, and more compassionate, people would feel safer asking for help. Healthcare should never make people feel afraid. It should make them feel protected. Green Circle Section 14. Why communication can save lives. 55:00, 60:00. Good communication is one of the most important parts of healthcare. A doctor may be highly skilled, but if the patient does not understand what the doctor is saying, problems can happen. Sometimes patients forget instructions. Sometimes they misunderstand medicine doses. Sometimes they leave without knowing what to do next. This can lead to crossmark wrong medicine use, crossmark missed appointments, crossmark delayed recovery, crossmark serious complications. That is why doctors should always explain things clearly. They should avoid difficult medical words. They should ask, "Do you understand? Do you have any questions?" These small questions can prevent big problems. Green Circle Section 15. The difference between treating a disease and treating a person. 60:00, 66:00. There is a big difference between treating a disease and treating a person. Treating a disease means focusing only on symptoms. Treating a person means understanding their whole life. For example, a patient with diabetes may also be struggling with stress, financial problems, family issues, or depression.